Hello everybody. How's it going? Where's my hat? Did I leave it upstairs? Aw, that's okay. Welcome to another week of Art, Games, and Creativity. I am your host, Kieran McKenzie, aka Fire Crystal 92 Art. And let's get started. I'm sure some of you have noticed that I turned the what's it called again? I turned the multi-stream back on, just as a little experiment to see if I'm ready to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I tried it once before, but it was kind of awkward, and hopefully this won't be. So today we're gonna do a apple skull, and maybe we'll see if I can get this colored in time. Colored in a good pace, we might be able to do more drawings. We might be able to color more drawings, but in the meantime, let's go over the outline. And I will put on the lo-fi soon. I have to boot up my phone to send the link to spread the word that we're live. And, I just got back from school. I know I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I fell asleep after my drawing class, and I couldn't find it in myself to sleep to stream. But luckily, I have enough energy right now to do it. You all having a good day so far? It's not turning on. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to go over this with a colored pencil. Obviously, since I outlined it in dark blue, it's still going to appear in black, but it's just a guiding line to help me figure out where the lines are so that it doesn't get lost in the coloring. And my day was good for the most part. I have been drawing kind of on and off. I was going through a soft art block. And hopefully I'll be able to post regularly again. It can be tough sometimes to find motivation to draw sometimes. Even when I want to. Sometimes I'll get my pen and pencil out and then nothing will come out. Hopefully that won't be the problem in the near future, because I really do like drawing and playing games for you guys. And, I recently got a Hoover recently. It's like a app that for streamers to share their clips. And sadly, there is no art creative option yet. We need to talk to the Hover Discord and suggest it basically has like all the Twitch categories listed so you can share the clips. Sadly, there is no art or creative share yet, because I was going to try to upload some of my art clips, because I mentioned in the description that I'm also an art streamer, but so far I've posted some of the Mean Greens clips and some of the Rocket League clips from last week. I am getting Nick to possibly download all my clips and I'll slowly upload them to Hover or Hoover, however you say it. I know I came back from my third or fourth low data hiatus, and so it's gonna take a while for me to get back into the habit of posting again. Rest assured, I hadn't stopped. Even when I completed my sketchbook, I took out a notebook and I started doing some concept sketches. I am a drawaholic. I don't know how to go out a day without a pencil in my hand, and that's the truth. Even when I'm at a restaurant, if I have a pen in my hand, I'm drawing on napkins. Or under blank menus, where menus have nothing on the back. I don't normally stream on Wednesday at midnight. Usually I stream at late at night on a Tuesday. But, I figured if I'm gonna be up anyway, usually what I do when I get back from school, because my school days are Monday, Wednesday from 10:30 to 9 p.m. and then I gotta wait for the bus or for someone to pick me up, and then I pretty much just crash usually. But for some reason I'm oddly up and alert tonight, so I figured, why not be productive? Is there anybody talking on the other chat? I still don't know how this works. Someone talking on multi-stream? Sorry. Nope. Okay. Still trying to figure this out. It's okay, I'm an introvert too. Talking on social media is scary to me, so that's often I'll just post my artwork with a description on the art. Like I'll say, oh, I'm gonna be gone for a couple of days. Hey, how's it going? I know it's quiet. I tried to connect my Twitter and it said it worked, but I couldn't figure out. They changed how you shared a Twitter, so I was confused. Okay, let me send the link. I know I already started coloring the apple, but don't worry, we got plenty of shading and layers to do. I will try to stay up. Okay. Now to share the Discord. Don't worry, I don't have enough energy. I'm about to die. You're not gonna die. Okay? You're fine. And if you're close to dying, I just got back from being at school from morning to midnight. How do you think I feel? I was lugging around a giant portfolio, and my art class is at 6, and my photo editing class is at 1:10, but I have to be there at 10:30 if I want a ride to school, so oftentimes I'm probably not going to be super responsive on Monday and Wednesdays. But that might change. Because I kind of did Tuesday and Thursday last quarter just to see the differences, and I do think I'm able to find better classes on Tuesday and Thursday. So I might go back to my Tuesday and Thursday schedule for art and games, and that will free up my Wednesdays again, and we'll just go back to the way it used to be. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And hopefully I won't have to stay at school until 9 p.m. because that was a bad idea. Not just because of my energy, but because I live so far away from my college. It just isn't a good idea in an economic standpoint either. Ooh, big fancy words. Yeah? That's okay. Don't worry, guys. Later on today, technically, I guess. No, it's not midnight yet. It's 11:47. Okay, that's what to say. I guess technically, later on today, the gaming stream will have happened, don't worry. It's just with school, I can't always stream because I'm so busy, but let's stop talking about school. I enjoy school. School's great. And, I'm studying for my graphic design degree, so what I'm learning in school will probably help me with the Twitter and Instagram type stuff. Now, normally I play some chill lo-fi, and I'm gonna do that in just a second, but I'm just sending out the link on Discord so that we can spread the word. Say, hey, I'm live and stuff. I got rid of Twitter again, but don't worry, I'm gonna re-download it in like a day or two. I just need a de-stress for a bit. Why is my link broken? Hold on a second. Oh, there, now it's working. I'm not gonna get rid of it forever, but just enough for me to stop focusing on what doesn't really matter and focus on what does. The content and all this stuff. After the art stream, I'll probably re-download it so I can upload this tomorrow. Pretty much. I like this paper. My sister gave me this. My sister's also kind of an artist, kind of. She's really good at fantasy stuff. I'm more of the... What would you say, Dork? Street art? Graffiti? I don't know, I consider myself sort of miscellaneous. I kind of am a fan artist, I'm a original artist, I am whatever I want to be in the moment. Like this. Like, sometimes I draw food. Look at that. That's an awesome pie. So I still don't know how this, unique, that is indeed what I am. Damn it. I am just going to copy the one where the dots are pushed exactly where they're supposed to be. This is a big newbie mistake, I know. We're almost done, I swear. I'm in a lot of servers, so I kind of have to pick and choose on what days, so I'm not, like, so you guys aren't just watching me for like 10 minutes going through this. Oh my god, no. Whatever that was, I don't want it to play. I swear, I will start streaming again more frequently. Especially since I'm going to be out for the summer soon. So it should be easier for me to stream both the art and the gaming. I'm falling fast. Well, if one of the other mods comes by, you might be able to. I just I'll give it about 5 to 15 minutes, and if something doesn't happen, then you're free to go, you know? I don't want you to keel over. I care about my mod's well-being, obviously. Sorry. Even with my glasses, it's so freaking blurry. What am I doing? These are blue light. They're supposed to help me see. Okay, I know, could I be any more socially awkward? I'm trying to think of things to say while you guys are waiting for me to... You're probably like, just get on with it already. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's find the chill lo-fi. And there's the pen drop for the night. I'm just gonna do like this little turquoise. I feel like it needs to have a little variety. The canned frown, by the way. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean, thunder? Okay. Yeah, I know. One of these days I'm gonna get like one of those overhead setups so you guys can see my entire oh yeah. I'm using a turquoise color for the highlights of the blue skull apple thing. So to give it more variety, more contrast. Thunder's here. You're free to go, dork. I just want at least one mod on the chat to make sure everything goes smoothly. Nick is like, praise the thunder! What do you think the color of the leaf should be? I'm thinking purple. I don't know why. I just think purple. And I want to make the teeth green. I was going to say gold, but green sounds cool. I love doing off-color stuff. I don't do it as often as I used to. I do realize this is like my second blue skull artwork. I think one time it was ice cream, I think. It was like an ice cream cone. Don't worry, guys. It will be gaming later on tonight. I just need... I'm sleepy, but... Okay. Well, stay as long as you guys feel you need to. Tell you the truth, I'm also really tired. I just got back home from school. And normally I don't stream this late. It's like midnight. Well, I do stream this late, but usually it's like midnight at 2 on Tuesday. So it is technically Wednesday when I stream. It's just it was Tuesday when I started. Usually. Usually I start at like 10:30 and then I finish at 2 a.m. or something. It depends on how long the coloring takes. Like, the coloring can take 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much detail I want to add to it. Sometimes, if I want a coloring to be shorter, I will, not do a bunch of detail. I'll make it more flat, more cartoony. I will tag you next week, Thunder. Yeah. That's a good idea, take turns. That's a good idea. Conflict mediation. For modding, Thunder. Bot. Guys, bot. I'm gonna get a Coke. Thank you, you guys are lifesavers. Okay. If I have like a brightish, like orchid purple, do I? I think I do. if you guys want to know, this is how I organize things. Isn't it super organized? I know what you guys are thinking. How's she find things? I don't. Let me tilt this. There we go. I know I have to put the camera at a weird angle on my laptop so you guys can see me, because I clipped it to my laptop. Guess what? I got a present from my dad the other day. Now I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this. And then maybe I might be able to do some music covers. They'll have to be a cappella though, because I don't really play an instrument. The music that you guys heard was from my music class. I worked with Logic on a Mac. I might take electric music too in the fall, but in the meantime I have no way to do music like I did before. I do have a keyboard, but I don't have the power cord for it yet. So until then, no music streams yet. Thank you guys for dealing with that. This paper feels kind of like a... I gotta be careful with it. I can't put too much pressure. I really want to test the layering for this because I feel like it might be able to handle the alcohol markers better than the typical paper I usually get. But we shall see. I will try to stay up as long as I can so that I can make this as good as possible. These glasses are dirty. So how was your guys' day other than the I'm gonna get his name wrong again. I know I am. You're gonna have to correct me again. Rodolfo? Did I finally get it right? You guys played Overwatch? You know, I really want to play Overwatch so bad, but I feel like it's going to take up a lot of room on my PlayStation, and then I already have a lot of games that take up a lot of space. Like, no, no. No, you don't wish me to play Overwatch, or no, that's not his name. That's not his name. That's not his name. I couldn't resist that one. Sorry. Oh, Ty! Can't forget about my own Discord server. About his name. No one told me that the link was broken for last time I shared the link either. What good are you guys? Just kidding. Kidding. It's a wonder that Electrician even found it last time. Don't worry, I'm gonna color again. I just have a lot of links to keep doing. You will not believe the insane players I encountered the other day, Thunder, when you told me not to play Rocket League. I played Rocket League anyway, and I lost my rank, but I gained it back now. Obviously, because I'm a badass. But it took a while, I'll tell you that much. Okay, I need a thicker pen marker. What happened is and I was playing against people that I've played before, and I thought maybe I could actually beat them this time, but they kicked my ass again. Because of course they did. I think what I need to work on in terms of Rocket League is spatial awareness. Because, like, sometimes I'll hit the ball right and I'll think, this is a good direction to hit the ball, dude. Let's see. I think that's good. I can't think of another server that I'd want to Plus, if I go through and add every single server I'm in, we'd be here for an eternity. So, I think we got everybody. Now it's just time for music and vibes. And hoping that other people come in. Obviously. If they don't, it's no big deal, you know. We all got busy lives. And you know, the art streams might not be their cup of tea. Like I said, I'm just testing this whole multi-stream thing out. If you guys prefer it the other way, I'll do it the other way. Where I'll just use YouTube for the VODs and not for streaming. I'm just testing this out. Doing YouTube and Twitch at the same time is very intimidating. But technically I could check mark my Facebook as well, but for some reason when I set up multi-stream it didn't suggest the gaming page that I made specifically for the streaming, and it suggested my personal Facebook. And yeah, I do have a few gaming/art friends that follow me on Facebook, and I thought about streaming on Facebook sometimes, but I'm not sure they'd be interested in my streams. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll try it one day and see people's reactions. But for now, I'm just gonna keep my Facebook and my streaming life separate. Alright. Which one is still here? Is it you, Thunder? Are you still here? I also played a little bit of Fortnite with Nick. Honestly, I'm okay, but I'm not like award-winning or anything. We were playing when the pros started coming out, you know, those seriously sweaty players. I just do it casually. I don't do it for like any competitive reason. Although I am trying to grind to get the Doctor Strange skin. Other than that, I'm just emoting and being ridiculous with my friends. I mean, obviously I prefer it this way because it saves me time of having to set up or export the video for YouTube because it will already be there. But at the same time, I understand why it might be annoying to see my stupid head pop up twice if you follow me on both. I don't know. Maybe I'll start using the community tab and ask for your guys' opinions. I was thinking about starting to actually use it. I haven't used it. And I'm sure some people don't even realize that they're still subbing to me, but this is a good opportunity in case we haven't been introduced or we haven't been introduced in a while. Hello. I'm Kiralee McKenzie. I am 26 years old and I am an artist/gamer. And I've been streaming since 2016, technically. I started on YouTube, then I moved to Twitch, where I've pretty much stayed for the past 3 to 4 years, although I've been wanting to multi-stream, but I didn't know how. A lot of people suggested Restream and other things like that, but then I found out about the Streamlabs multi-stream, and, you know. I tried it once before, and it was kind of a failed experiment, so... I don't know. We'll see. Thank you for chilling with me today. I don't know what to do for the background. I'm like, that's... For right now, I want to kind of even out this big black spot. Sometimes I try to experiment with the shading, and that can sometimes lead to a big black void. There's nothing wrong with experimental shading, at least in my opinion. You find out something new that you've never considered. I don't know, I'm a loose artist. I know a lot of artists that like to have a specific, you know, like for my art teacher, for instance, we're doing drawing 1, and we're going back to the basics, right? And today we were doing glass textures and fabric, and she wants the specific measurements of the jar and of the texture of the sheet. And normally if it were in pen, it would be easy for me, but seeing as we work with charcoal, I don't hate charcoal. I actually kind of wish I could experiment with it more. I might still have some on my hands, I don't know. Nah, it's mostly gone now. I might have some on my face because I just came back from art class, so if you see any white black spots somewhere, it's probably charcoal. I'm hoping for good weather tomorrow so I can go skate. Now, do I want to skate with my board, or do I want to skate with the new roller skates I got? I got those long socks so that I can actually use them. When I tried to demo them the other day, I was wearing short socks, and I don't know if you've ever tried rollerblading or roller skating with short socks, but it's not recommended. Let's see. I might have to turn the camera. I have it hooked to this, what's it called? I have it hooked to this shelf. I have like a little clippy thing. And I clip it to one of my art shelves, and with the wheels, so I can move it around kind of like a little dolly. But it's not perfect. Sometimes it might slide off or give me a weird angle. Streaming on a budget. Yeah, that's too blurry. I need to move. If I move it too close, it's gonna blur. My art cam has like this autofocus thing, And it's obviously the newer camera. I don't mind if you guys see. I am thinking about maybe getting like a 4K camera for my face, but in the meantime, I'm kind of glad you guys can't see like every zit or sweat at the moment. This is super chill. Hopefully I can go to a convention this year, or I don't know. I submitted to TwitchCon last year and I got for the digital art art alley, but I didn't get selected. That was a little sad, but you gotta remember there's probably like thousands upon thousands of artists wanting to be in Artist Alley. So here's to hoping for this year, maybe. If there's a digital section, of course. I don't know where TwitchCon is. Like, as far as I remember, it like is in different locations every other year. I think one time back when I actually lived in the Silicon Valley, it was in San Jose, but I couldn't go that year. The one time it was near where I lived, and I couldn't go because I was working. And I didn't take those days off. But yeah, things have been okay. I mean, a small bit of artist block here or there. I obviously can't, I'm trying to make a goal of posting every 3 to 4 days. Even if not every day. I used to post every day. I used to be like, I have to post 7 days a week, all the time. It got a lot. I used to post 2 artworks a day. And now I just post 1. But... And then sometimes I'll join an art share because my art friends tag me and it'd be rude not to join in. And I try to show my support by tagging them too. I'm a very silent supporter, you know? It's not that I don't want to comment, it's that I get social anxiety and then I go to type in cool or awesome artwork and then I go, I erase what I was about to say and then I go back to scrolling. I know, I gotta work on it. My goal is to comment at least twice a day. I'm a little bit better at that on Instagram. I do respond a bit more on Instagram, but lately on Twitter I've gotten a little bit better at responding to my own comments and art, and it's easier for me to remember artists' names if they comment on my stuff. That way I'll know, hey, this person really likes my art. Maybe they'll want to be tagged in an art share. Something like that. But I might do those a little less, probably every once a week instead of every 3 days. Like, I usually do an art share every like 2 to 3 days. For every 2 posts, there's like at least one art share. But I feel like I'm being kind of spammy when I do that. I don't know. I still don't get social media. I just want to play games and post art. But other than that, things have been pretty good, all things considered. We were actually learning about animating with Photoshop today. And I think it's so cool that you can do that. It's like, I knew about it before because other artists had talked about animating with Photoshop, and I was like, I want to know how to do that. That sounds cool. Back in the day, I used to animate using PixArt, which is kind of like Photoshop. It's what I use to edit my photos most of the time. And it's actually a whole website and community dedicated to PixArt. And there are some really good edits. And you can upload images like a sticker so that other people can use it in their edits. If you want them to, that is. I think there's a way that you can not have them use it, I guess. But I personally wouldn't mind if people use my art in their edits, as long as they credit me, of course. We're getting there. We're blending in the little dark void with the rest of the skull apple. And hey, if you guys have any social media tips or tricks for the gaming, reaching both the gaming and art side, don't hesitate to tell me, because I need these. You know? Like, I'm always looking for feedback. And I'm not scary. In fact, I think I would say that a lot of people think I'm intimidating. Like, I guess I have a resting bitch face, and people think that because I look angry all the time when I'm just thinking, that I'm intimidating to walk up to. I'd say in real life I'm more like a spider when it comes to social interactions. I'm more afraid of the person approaching me than they are of me, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm excited to do another week of art and games with you guys. And thank you guys for being patient with me during my school hours. They're gonna change all the time because it's a quarter system, you know, depending on what my schedule is gonna be like. Maybe next quarter in the fall I'll try to pick one heavy homework class and one where I'm just having fun. Maybe. I try to do 2 classes so that I can stay at campus as long as possible in a shorter. I'll try to do probably a shorter amount of time though. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about because I feel like I've been talking about the same thing over and over again. Love and Thunder looks really good. I might try to draw Thor, but I'm definitely gonna try to draw some Multiverse of Madness work. It's just that Benedict Cumberbatch is kind of hard to draw. He's got like those high cheekbones, and I've drawn like a Sherlock or a Doctor Strange here or there. But for the most part, when I try to do something Doctor Strange related, it's mostly edited. Like a photo edit. Like a fan movie poster. Those are fun to create. I did that for my fan Doctor Strange song that I created in the school lab. I was inspired by the original Michael Giacchino score and old sci-fi sounds like Star Trek and The Outer Limits and The Twilight Zone. I wanted to really bring the strange into the song, and I think I accidentally predicted what the music for Multiverse of Madness was going to sound like. But I guess Michael Giacchino plus strange sci-fi sounds equals Danny Elfman. Well, I do like the new sounds. I feel like there's a lot of strange and like interesting ways they can incorporate the new theme of the music for, especially around Halloween. Hello. How you doing? Welcome back in again. Thank you. I'm glad. I was feeling a little lonely here. I just got back from school, and so I'm hanging out and working on completing some artworks. I'm doing good. I got the... Yay! That's good. How's it been going so far? You feel like you got a... That's great. I posted 2 images on Instagram today. There was a squirrel at my school. He was totally posing. Sure. My Twitter and my Instagram are embedded in the Twitch homepage. I post almost every day, or every 3 days, I suppose. Although lately I've been having some art block here or there. I'm trying to work on posting more again. Sometimes I can't post because of low data. Hopefully that won't be an issue this time. But at the moment, my Twitter activity and Instagram activity is going to be a bit sporadic because I'm getting close to finals for school, and I'm probably going to be focusing my efforts on catching up on homework. But I'll try my best to post more again. if not every day, expect 2 or 3 images a week at least. And then notifications for when I go live for gaming and art. Typically it's 2 days of gaming and 2 days of 1 day of art. I used to do 2 days of art, but that became hard to keep up with, so I might do it again one day when I have enough money to be full-time. Yeah. That's good. I'm in a quarter system, so they teach us a lot faster. Everything is taught a lot more rushed. A quarter system is like 2 to 3 months. And we started back in March, so I'm gonna be... The last day of my quarter is on the 11th of June. So, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be at least 2 or 3 weeks. So I apologize if my inactivity... Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm practicing multi-stream right now. This is sort of also kind of a test stream. I tried multi-stream before, but it didn't exactly yield good results. But hopefully, this time around it will be different. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for, but I'm streaming currently on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if anybody's talking on YouTube, let me know. I need to get one of those embedments where I can have... I used to have it. I used to have a chat box where if someone was chatting on the overlay, then I'd be able to see it. But nowadays, I don't have that for some reason. I'm streaming on YouTube. Okay. Oh, that's the multi-stream thing. It's read-only. I can't respond to the comment, but I can by talking. So it shows the icon. Okay. It shows the Twitch icons. So if someone were talking on YouTube, there would be a YouTube logo, I guess. I think if someone is watching on YouTube, they're probably a passive viewer. Sometimes when I watch YouTube streams, I'm doing something else, like cooking or doing my homework, so I'm sure there's... Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty exciting to test this out. I'm getting a little discouraged lately because, you know how I told you about the unfollows last week? I'm getting a bunch of them all of a sudden. I'm trying to keep up with everything, but student life and streaming life don't always mix. Hopefully, I'll find a good balance, but seeing as this is my first full year of going back to school, yeah, it can be hard to manage social media and having time for yourself, really. Sometimes it feels like I don't have any time for myself because I'm constantly planning videos, and I also mod for one of my mods, Thunder. I love being her mod, though. Don't get me wrong. I like being there for her on her channel, and she's there for me on mine during the gaming streams. So, yeah. I've even inspired Thunder to do art streams, and the fact I even inspired anybody to pursue an art stream is really amazing to me. Because that's really what I do it for. I try every time I get discouraged, I kind of remind myself I'm doing it to inspire other people, and to spread the love of art, not for popularity. Although it does kind of help boost the algorithm if people do, but not encouraged. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, it's fine. I'm fine. I've been drawing constantly on and off, and I still love what I do, you know? It's sort of a double-edged sword sometimes, but I wouldn't have it any other way, really. The only thing I wish is that people are a bit more patient in between videos. Other than that, it's perfect. I get real feedback on my work. I can improv, you know? I can say, hey, what color should this be? Or what would you put on this background? You know? Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of doing that a little bit. I'm taking like a soft break from Twitter because... Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you know, some people, they kind of go offline and online, and that can sometimes be seen as an unfollow. I don't get how that works, but hey, it happens. I'm trying not to talk about it too much because I feel like that also contributes, you know? People don't want to follow somebody who complains. So, I'm just talking in general. I'm just trying to... I'm a very curious person. I always wonder how things are the way they are. Like, I overanalyze sometimes, and then I cycle. And that could be a good thing, because being analytical, I'm able to go, well, this didn't work, but maybe I can try it in a different way. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I tried to do a weird piece, and people weren't up for it. Other times they were. Like, I hope that this does well when I post it, but maybe it might do better around Halloween. You never know. You know, all you can do is really take risks, you know? Yeah, exactly. I'm just sort of adding to the conversation, you know? I'm trying to, like, get you guys to see why I might not post for a while. Yeah. Exactly. I'm an introvert, so I'm also on the spectrum, and sometimes having a bunch of attention on you can be very overwhelming for us. So sometimes I might take a day or two to recharge. And maybe if I feel like I'm... Yeah. And, I feel like extroverted streamers, it's easier for them because they naturally feed off of people, and they feed off of them, and I do have a lot of energy. But sometimes I just want something chill, you know? That's why that's why I like for my channel, right, that the gaming streams are a bit chaotic, they're energetic, and the art streams are more pull up a seat, come draw with me type vibes. The reason why I started these videos is I was a big fan of The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross in middle school. And, yeah. Yeah. And, it's weird because Bob Ross, I discovered him because sometimes my dad would leave random channels on when he'd be sleeping in the living room, and PBS was on, and I remember I was like about maybe 12, 13 at the time, and even back then I was so intense about, I was so disciplined when it came to drawing all the time. Even before I had social media, I was like, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna draw I'm gonna draw at least 3 drawings in my notebook every day. Even before I had a social media presence for my art, I was that determined to draw. Because I just have to be an artist one day. There was no other backup plan. Now I have a few ideas of what I might do if drawing doesn't work out as a career, but so far I think I'm doing pretty well. I have a feeling that it might work out. Even if it takes me until I'm 40, I am determined. And if I throw my hat in the ring and it doesn't work out, I could always, yeah. Exactly. I've been wanting to do this since I was 6, and I had said it to my grandpa at the time, and while everybody else just saw it as oh, she wants to be an artist, and then in a week from now she might want to be a fireman. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. I will admit, I have flaws. There are days where I have a bad day, and I go, what is the point of all this? And then I get people like you, I get people who comment on my work and appreciate it, and they go, oh, that's why. Yeah. Exactly, If people enjoy something, don't take that away from them. It's, not only is it rude, but it creates a whole society of sad people, More often than not, if someone's just encouraging you, it's because they had a dream of theirs that someone else disencouraged them from taking. But I'm just gonna say it right now. If you want to do something, go and do it. Unless it's like something illegal, in which case don't do that. Yeah. I'm glad we're here to build each other up, I need that sometimes. I needed that, so thank you. Wow. I'm even surprised at myself. At first I thought we lost the bottom of the apple, but once I rounded it out the bottom a bit, we got the bruh. Sorry. That's gonna be... I've done this so many times due to how tired I am all the time. I sometimes slur my words. I could probably do a whole montage now of when I've been stumbling over my words. It's like I get word vomit. So, So my YouTube is under my real name, which is Kyra Mackenzie, which is KyraMackenzie. My links to all my other socials are down below. In the info section of Twitch. Ko-fis are encouraged but not fully needed, I guess. Ko-fis are encouraged. Yeah. Yeah, when I saw this concept on Pinterest, I wanted to give it a try. It was... Obviously there were drawings like this, but there was also, like, someone actually carved an apple to look like a skull. And that one was the one that kind of fascinated me. It was like this. Obviously I'm changing the color to something known as off color. It's pretty famous in street art or graffiti, where you see it a lot in the Marilyn Monroe, Andy Warhol, where a famous Andy Warhol picture of Marilyn Monroe in different colors. Those were done with stencils, but still, he did different colors for them, and I cannot tell you how many times it's been parodied over and over and over and over and over again. The one that I can think of is Austin Powers. He has like a parody of that Andy Warhol piece of himself on his wall. Yeah, at first I thought, man, how am I going to color this one? Because I left a huge black void on the, yeah. Austin Powers was one of my guilty pleasures as a kid. I knew deep down it was kind of silly humor, but I liked that sometimes. It's the same reason people like Rick and Morty. I feel like there was actually a lot more heart in the movie than I remember. Like rewatching the first Austin Powers, and even sometimes the second and third. Like the third movie is a time traveling story, but it's also like a story about a father and son, and I'm just like, how are people not seeing the deeper meanings? Obviously, Austin Powers is a parody of James Bond, so there's probably going to be a few James Bond references that flew over my head as a kid. I did look up some of them, like I watched a video, I think, about the references. I want to go see Multiverse of Madness again. It was so good. I know a lot of people were complaining about Wanda's development, but honestly, if they watched the ending credits for WandaVision, it made plenty of sense to me. The Sinister version, the Sinister, like, minor key for the Doctor Strange theme, as she was holding the Darkhold, you know, the book of evil, practically, in the MCU. It's like, you guys should have seen this coming. I feel... Oh, to quote Petro from Age of Ultron, you didn't see that coming? I feel like I'm gonna use the quote for the Ancient One when people say, the story didn't make sense. Because, like, there's this, like, line that I love. It's such a small scene, but I feel like if Nando v Movies does another Marvelous Scene thing, I'm gonna use that scene where she's talking about surrendering control by using the power of the river, you know? Yeah. I feel like I feel like I like that line because the same could be said about art, you know? Sometimes it's not about controlling the piece, it's about letting it be its thing, you know? It's about surrendering control of the piece and just letting it develop into what it wants to be. I didn't know what I was going to do going into this, but I could tell that the skull wanted to be moody, yet playful at the same time. I feel like that's my artwork in general, is moody yet playful. And for some people that can be too many mixed emotions, I guess. I like it. I'm a very mixed mood person in general. I think it comes with my high-functioning depression and insomnia. Like, on one hand, I'm energetic, but on the other hand, I'm always tired. You know what I mean? The little inner struggles. I try to get sleep when I can. Like, Tuesday, all I did was sleep all day. Because I was so tired from Monday after getting home from school. Normally on Tuesday, it's my art day, but lately I've been kind of skipping out on my art streams because I get so tired at the end of Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Normally I try to do like 2 or 3 pieces, but I think I might just have the skull today. I feel like this would be a good piece. I feel like it matches the mood of me right now. Both playful and dead inside at the same time. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I don't want to get morbid. Sorry, that was too far. I like dark humor. I joke about things I shouldn't joke about. I try not to. I was telling my mom the other day that there needs to be a stand-up comedian that talks about what it's like to deal with neurotypical people. So, neurotypical means somebody who is normal and is not on the spectrum. Yeah. So, I think my famous riff would be about the doctor's office. What's it like to be on the spectrum and go to the doctors? It can be good. It can, but sometimes the doctors don't listen to you at all and they just want to pump you with pills. And that can be disheartening. Which reminds me, I have to call my doctor to refill my prescription. Yeah. Like, I have a thyroid problem. The thyroid basically controls everything. Your mood, the thyroid gland controls your weight and all that stuff. And if I don't take the pill, supposedly I could get sick or even she's basically saying I have a lazy thyroid, which is why even though I work out a lot, I'm still chubby. I honestly think I'm fine. I think that I'm just a little big because I'm muscular. You know, I've taken a lot of weightlifting classes. I've bulked up, basically. I don't mind being bulky. I like being the way that I am. Most days. There are days when I look at my stretch marks and I go, sure would be nice to be able to pull off a bikini, but then I go, I don't really want that. Sometimes I just feel like wearing a t-shirt and some swim trunks. Because I'm more of a tomboy anyway. The idea of wearing a bikini doesn't really appeal to me most days anyway. But I would say 70% of the time I have a good body image about myself. Like, I'm aware that my body needs work, but I'm okay with that. I like to weightlift, but I also like pizza. So there lies my struggle. Nowadays, I used to try to get like a full-size pizza by myself at lunch, but nowadays I've been getting a personal pizza, which is like a small pizza. Yeah. It's been almost, yeah. It's fine. There might be a slight delay between the comments as well. That does happen. Sometimes the, what's it called again? Latency. Sometimes the latency between the streamer and the commenter is slow. So sometimes if you are going into a chat and it feels like they're ignoring you, they're not. There might be a 2 or 5 minute delay depending on how the streamer sets it up. I try to do it in real time. I try to do it so that I can get it like that, but there are some streamers that are like, I want to cool down so that I can catch up to all the comments and all this stuff, you know? I guess in a way, this is sort of kind of like 5 things at once. Like, it's a lo-fi chill thing, it's a art tutorial / art stream, it's I won't say a podcast, but I guess kind of like a podcast. It's like a Q&A as well. Like if people have questions that they've wanted to ask me, they can ask me them. Obviously, there might be some I might not answer, but due to it being personal. But most of the time, things aren't too personal for me so far. Yeah. Yeah. I have a very mild case. It's a spectrum for a reason. There are people that definitely need more help than I do. Most days are okay. Most days I can remember things. I'm just like a regular person. I just have heightened senses, like light and certain textures of clothing I won't touch because it sets me off, you know. And I don't like crowds, but I do like conventions and concerts. There seems to be a big misconception that because you don't like crowds, you won't like concerts, you know? Yeah. No problem. Don't worry, I'm gonna color the background. I'm just trying to get the stuff filled in, you know? I'm almost there. We almost got the apple completely filled in. Sometimes I take breaks and just talk to you guys because sometimes my wrists hurt. I've been drawing steadily for 20 years, so my hands are starting to catch up with me a little bit, especially since I started drawing art for college on top of the social media drawing and the drawing that I do in my spare time, or doodles I guess you could say. That means I draw like 5 or 6 hours a day, and I probably draw like 9 drawings a day. So that's why I sometimes might have to take a wrist break. On average, I try to do my week's worth of drawings in one sitting, so that way I don't have to worry about it. What I usually do is on Instagram, I'll post the whip, right, so that people get hyped up, because I saw that on a tip video once. post your progress, respond to comments. I'm still working on that one. Post. I am... It's kind of hard to say. I graduated high school in 2014, but I'm in college. Let's just say that. I was in a community college for about 5 or 6 years, but the reason why it's taken me this long is because I start and stop. So I take breaks for work, because I don't like doing work and school at the same time. For me, it's very overwhelming. So I might work for a year and then go back to school. Or I might work for 2 or 3 months and then go back to school. It's like that. I know, at the pace I'm going, I might end up in school by the time I'm 40, but I honestly am in no big rush. And the longer that I work, the more I work on my craft, and the more experience I get, and the more I might be considered for a job in the future. I did think about doing odd jobs like dog walking or mowing someone's yard, so that way I can still do school. I'll just be... Speaking of walking dogs, this is my dog Pearl. Of course, you met last time. Say hi, Pearl. Pearl is the daughter of my childhood dog Buddy, who sadly is no longer with us, but we have her mom here too. Want to say hi, Gingy? She is shy, but Pearl's not shy. Pearl is she totally poses for the camera. She's a total streamer dog, aren't you, Pearl? Yeah. Yeah. Ow! Boop. Get down. So back in the day, when I wanted to hype up the chat and encourage people to come on in, I would play Crab Rave and I'd take my little disco ball out. I'm kind of nervous if I do, because I can get away with it on Twitch a little bit, even if it is a little against the rules, but with YouTube, it might result in that part of the video getting muted, so we can't do it. Damn it. There is a way we might be able to do it a little bit, and I actually came across this lo-fi mix once that someone did of Crab Rave. I love Crab Rave. Whenever I have a bad day, I just listen to Crab Rave. I loved it so much that when I found out that Monster Cat had finally agreed to let Crab Rave be a goal theme on Rocket League, I didn't hesitate to enable it. Basically, in Rocket League, which is car soccer, basically, it's a game about car soccer. It's a bit more complicated than that. There's a lot of strategy and skill to it. And it can be a lot of fun. And the communities can be a bit toxic sometimes. But other than that, it's a really fun game. And it's so addicting. And I like streaming it because there's no clear ending. Like, you can just keep playing, and people will get it right away. It's like one of those games that people will just get. Like, oh, what's this? Oh, interesting. You know? And, they recently enabled, goal themes where if you hit a goal, it will play music. Kind of like in a wrestling match, when the wrestler wins. You know what I mean? we're reaching the end of the shading. We almost got it filled in. I don't want to get rid of the blue entirely, but I'm just adding purple to make it more dynamic in a way, more seen. I try to add more artistic language sometimes when I'm doing the art streams, but I go between professional and then casual. I don't know sometimes which one I want. I like to be professionally casual. Here's the lo-fi version of Crowd Rave I found once. Yeah. It's Crab Lo-Fi Mix by Lemonade Psycho. You should totally go and check it out, guys. It's really good. Yeah. Little shout out there. Yeah, I should put that in there, huh? I should edit my hover, saying I am professionally casual. Okay, so normally I get some input from the audience about what they want the background to be. So I'm thinking of a lime green, personally. I feel like if we had a lighter background. So here's one of two things. We can either use a darker background to complement the atmosphere we set for the apple, or we can use a lighter background to contrast what we established in a way. And that's how we create a good balance. I could do a few swatches. Swatches being color samples. It's that thing that you see artists do sometimes where they'll do like little digits on the page of what colors they want. Time to do a little color swatch. Yeah, so those are whips you were not meant to see yet.
Just like they assume they can't afford great insurance.
Sorry about that, guys. I can't control the YouTube ads, sadly. Let's go back to Lo-Fi Girl, so that I can not have to deal with that. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm really into vaporwave atmospheres. I didn't grow up in the 80s, but my parents were 80s kids, so I always feel like there's always going to be a bit of 80s in me because of that. So many memories of listening to 80s and 90s tunes with my mom and my sister and my dad on a road trip. So this is more of like a neutral green. It's more kind of, think of like a cactus, like a succulent almost. I kind of was thinking lime green, which is a brighter green. It's like this. So you see the difference? The camera might show a different, like, obviously these are two different mediums. One's a marker and one's a colored pencil, but yeah. Those are the samples. Don't worry, guys, the music will be back. I'm just muting the ad so that one's gonna be a lot brighter, and the other one's gonna be more subtle. So do we want the background to be subtle or in your face, basically, is what I'm asking. And then sometimes, as you can tell from the slideshow, I like to add borders to my artwork, but not all the time. I think the borders are just my way of adding a comic booky like influence to my work. You know? And obviously, sour apple. I like the lime green because it reminds me of a green apple, and obviously you meant is, yeah. Good choice. So sometimes the color variants depend on the brand of markers as well. Like, here's another art tip. When you go and get brands of markers, sometimes they have individually, the brands individually wrapped in a box to sample. So if you go to Michael's, there might be an area to test out the pens. And sometimes people do little doodles on those, or most of the time it's just a color swatch. And the reason why they do that is because not all pen caps are created equal. Like, some will say that it's a light green, but it's actually a darker green. And it applies to all art mediums, even if you're just using it to write your, write notes on your taxes. Make sure to get a pen that's actually the color that you want, and it's not like you go to write on your important government documents and it's bright pink, for example. Most government documents ask you to write in a black pen or a blue pen. It's not professional to write in bright pink for some reason. So I think normally I do 1 or 2 drawings, but because I started the stream a little late, and because I don't normally stream on this day, I'll cut you guys some slack and just do 1 artwork. But I rest assured next week I will be back to the 2 or 3 drawings a stream schedule. And if this experiment goes well, I say it did. I just got a sub today, just from streaming. And thank you, by the way, Trash Bag Fashion Lover. Thank you for your sub. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for the sub. Yeah. So, to make it kind of blend more with the skull, I might use metallic pencils. They're just a way to make the artwork look shiny. Yeah. Or metallic markers. I do have some metallic markers. I primarily work with ballpoint, colored pencil, and marker. And then sometimes I might upload it onto PixArt or Photoshop, and I might, I don't know, add some sparkles, or I'll change the filter. Like I might adjust the lighting and the darkness. Because sometimes I take the picture with my cell phone and it doesn't always do the drawing justice. You know what I mean? Like, it always looks better in person than it does in the photo. Kind of like how you've been working out for like 3 months, but when you take a picture, you still look the same way you always did. You know what I mean? Man, I am loving this a lot. This is turning out so good. I love when my artwork turns out good when I'm streaming. Last week, I feel like the light bulb didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So I edited it. And I uploaded it to LinkedIn. Yes. I post my artwork on LinkedIn as well. I actually have quite a few connections. A lot of connections, actually. I'm surprised. But I guess I shouldn't be. I do work hard on my artwork after all. Yeah. I think what gives me satisfaction is when people ask to be my connection. Sometimes, most of the time, it's me asking them. You just ask them, like, you know, you find a field that you're interested in. Like, someone actually invited me to the, you just go on a name, and you click on them, and then you say, connect, and then if they accept you, you're connected with them. It's recommended to, start with people you know, like a relative or a family member that also enjoys your work, and you connect to them, and then it might show people you're also connected with, or whatever. It's kind of like every other social media, you know? It has recommended people, and I actually gain a lot of like business insights from other artists. Sometimes I scroll down and see what people... I'm actually surprised by so many Disney and Pixar and even some Marvel employees that have a more nuanced / relaxed version of what professional looks like. Because I feel like, you know, we always get a wear a suit, wear a tie, be on time all the time. But some people are like, just take your time on your work. Don't stress out. You know, I follow so many, like, I guess you could call them preachers or spokespeople that go, don't worry, you can do this. You know? A happy work ethic is a good work ethic, like that. I know, it's kind of cliche, but, you know, sometimes it's the cliche stuff that helps us, you know? Now, you don't want to get too far into the cringy cliche category, where it goes, you gotta pull yourself by your bootstraps and just do it. I know, yeah. Now I want to add the drop shadow. I'm actually surprised. I think my going over shading and stuff again has actually made me good at shading. Who knew? Made me better at shading. Who knew? And I feel like it also helped that I'm a little bit warmed up, so to speak. A lot of people don't know this, but artists need to be warmed up just like a gamer when they first stream, you know? Sometimes it's not good to go in and do your work cold. Sometimes doing a little warm-up is helpful. That's why I always say that the first drawing in the art stream is typically the warm-up. You know, the thing that I start off with. Oftentimes it's the last drawing that is the best, but last week that wasn't the case. You know, I was like half asleep, and I want to make sure I give you guys the better quality that you guys deserve. I don't know if you guys like this time slot better. Wednesday at midnight or 11:30 rather than the usual Tuesday. Let me know. I am trying to experiment with my days right now, so I could try to switch my schedule around. Or if you guys feel like you guys like the old schedule where it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll go back to that because I feel like that's where I'm headed anyway. Because, like, I tried other days and it just didn't really work out very well. I guess Fridays were good. I definitely got a lot more people on Fridays. But oftentimes I'm so used to not streaming on Fridays that my motivation to do Friday was not very good. Hey, welcome back. We'll play it by ear and see. I also want to talk about it with Nick and Thunder as well. I want to make sure that they get input on this because if I switch my schedule around, that means I also have to tell Thunder because as her mod, I have to be there for her. And if I'm streaming around the same time as her, it will complicate things. I'm working on the drop shadow right now. Or, I guess it's more like the cast shadow. It's the shadow that the apple casts on the ground. It helps make it more three-dimensional, in a way. We lost a little bit of the bottom of the apple by adding the shadow, but with this bright purple pen we can kind of bring it back a little bit. Ta-da! So, time for the metallic pencil. So, gold. And we might use a metallic purple or blue, if I have it somewhere. Pearl, excuse me. The metallic can also help bring out the bottom of the apple if I make it shinier. Yeah. So here's the metallic. And see, it's looking better already. You can see it more. Yeah. It's very shiny, so watch. I lift it up to the light. It gives like this 3D type effect. And you can get metallic pencils at your local store. I use Fiber Castle, and sometimes I use a Crayola metallic. So these are very affordable. They're like $9, $8 or something like that. For art supplies, that's pretty cheap. At least for the high-end stuff. The graphic markers I use are about $15, and since I buy 2 boxes of those, oftentimes let's just say my craft store bill ends up being around $70. But you don't have to get all your supplies in one day like I do. That's not always a good strategy, especially when you might not need to get metallic pencils. Like sometimes I just get the metallic pencils because I need them in the future, not at the present moment, for example. So we're going to go over the purple lines with the metallic. So we're not going to do the metallic for all of it for the apple, because we kind of want to leave the moody mood. This will just brighten it up those areas a bit and make them shiny under certain lighting. That is shiny under certain lighting. So it'll look something like this. For example, I will say it would probably benefit the metallics if I didn't have such a cross-hatchy style, but I kind of like the fact that it's kind of messy when you look at it. Because lines are straight, they're messy. Nothing is completely straight. They have contours and curves. Yeah, exactly. So for the gold, for the background to make it more shiny. Man, I really need to get a new pencil sharpener. I'm like, this is nearly dull. But I'm gonna make it work somehow. This is giving me kind of a St. Patty's vibe because of the green and the gold. Maybe we can add some metallic purple in there a little bit. And then we're pretty much done after that. This really does look like a street art now. This does look like it could be like on a mural or a graffiti somewhere. Graffiti doesn't always mean tagging. That's a big misconception. Graffiti can also be on a sketchbook. I know when I took my pop art / graffiti class in middle school, which is kind of where some of my style comes from, we practiced on our sketchbooks with a Sharpie, And I remember I was so excited because normally if I brought my Sharpies into class, my teachers would confiscate them. I guess there was like a misconception where if you sniff a Sharpie, people say it's like being addicted to drugs or something. Honestly, I sniffed a Sharpie a million times and I didn't feel high or anything like that. But maybe it's true. Maybe people do that. I just don't know. What happens with me is I sneeze. I think I might be like a little bit allergic to Sharpies, but I still like to use them. I know. Kind of counterintuitive. It kind of upsets me that we lost the bottom a bit, so what I might do is I might try to find another dark pen and go over it. Excuse me. You gotta be careful when adding certain layers to paper, because I can tell you now that this is starting to get wet and it's starting to become paper thin. And if that happens, then it's gonna be like a tissue paper where it starts to fall apart and get holes. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. If you really look at it, though, with the metallic, we can press down a little bit. I'm just afraid of getting holes in the paper. We're kind of approaching that zone. There we go, now we can kind of see it. You can still kind of see the bottom of the apple. Not all apples have that kind of like pointed shape either. Some are actually completely flat. It always kind of amuses me whenever I get a flat apple. Like sometimes a round apple, sometimes I think, what the heck happened when they plucked it from the tree? You know? Yeah. Introducing the skull apple. It's like Snow White's poison apple, but he tells more jokes. Because he's jokey. There you have it. The little finishing touch. The signature. The signature can sometimes be just as artful as the rest of the artwork. if you place it right and you have the right colors. I might have an idea how to get the bottom back there. Hope this will work. This might end up making it look even more flat. I want to give it at least one more attempt. I know I said I was cool with it being a flat apple, and I am. Especially since you might not even be able to see the points from this angle anyway. There we go. Now we can kind of see it. It's not completely gone, but it doesn't have as much depth as it could have had. But I kind of chalked that up to the camera angle. Because if you look at it here, you can kind of see it. Okay, this is usually where I do the big reveal, and normally I flip through the book and show you all the stuff I completed. But since we only completed one, here's the big reveal, guys. Here is our leading apple. Our leading star. He's looking pretty good. Yeah, we're definitely done with the bottom. I can't edit it anymore. It's gonna, if I change it anymore, it's gonna poke a hole through the page. So we don't want that. We want them to be whole. All right. Thank you all for coming. Here. Let me move the camera so you guys can see the actual setup. It's a little tilted. Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, it does, huh? That's funny. It looks like, from this angle, it kind of looks like he's wearing a scarf. Yeah. Thank you for joining me here today, and I hope to see you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday night for the next art stream. I'll be streaming later tonight for gaming. And that's primarily on Twitch. Unfortunately, I can only do the multi-stream for the art streams at the moment because I did it on my laptop and I only use my laptop for the art streams. Once I get a more powerful laptop, I could probably do multi-stream for all of it, not just the art. But this was a fun experiment, and thank you to all those who subbed during the stream. And I hope you stick around for more art, games, and creativity. And thank you for stopping by again, Kiki Turtle. I hope your Instagram journey will go smoothly. Keep me posted. And if you have a Discord account, we have a Discord, and we have a art tab if you want to share it with us. And I might try to show your artwork on the stream in the future. I'm still kind of working on how this all works, but I think I'll... Yeah. The Discord link should be down below. I have it set to never expire, so... There are other nice art and slash gamers in the server. Yeah. Exactly. No problem. There are plenty of nice people in the community that are around. I try to be around when I can. Most of the time, because of my busy schedule, all I have time for sometimes is just to say hi to everyone. But hopefully in the summer I'll have more time to interact and be a better Discord manager. In the meantime, Nick and Thunder are usually there, helping out the community. You know, I do chat there sometimes, but I'm still working on it, you know. Thank you for your interest in the server. You have no idea how hard it is to get people to join the server. I don't know why, but some people don't like it. They see it as an advertisement. That's why I'm probably gonna try to figure out how to get the bot to go off every like 10 minutes or 15 minutes with the Discord link for people who just want to join without being prompted. You know? Anyway, I gotta go now. I'm fading fast. Again, thank you all for joining me. And if you want to become a member of Ember, the link is down in the info section on my Twitch. Alright, see ya. Thank you, Kiki Turtle. Hope you have a good night or day, or... Are we on the same time zone? I don't know. But... let's see if we can find somebody to raid or host. I think might be someone. There's gotta be someone we can support. I typically like to support an art streamer during art day. There's a lot of gaming on right now for my following. So let's go with an artist named... Ooh. So many talented people. It's hard to choose. Let's go with Elise Wong. She is doing a painting. Alright, you're briefly gonna